Good evening. We're going to play a bit of The Crew, which is all made possible thanks to the lovely people who made The Crew Unlimited. Completely goated work, trying to save the game that the publisher and developer themselves decided to abandon. Now, worst part about this game, can't turn off fucking frame rate limit. But it's all we'll just have to make do, I guess. There's probably going to be a mod for that. They are working on making mods work for this game after all. Now it's been quite a while since I've played, so we'll see how I go. Okay, look back. Don't know what change view was though. But I found boost. Or NOS, or whatever they're calling it in this game. Look, in all fairness, they probably should have a Land Cruiser in this game. It would work well, even if I don't think the 70 series is actually sold in America. It just makes sense to have. You know, it's a big V8 diesel, full drive, solid front axle. And people are able to blow them up like they can anything because too many people don't look after their cars. Although, I honestly don't even know if there are Toyotas in this game. Prado's not a Land Cruiser. Say that to any Prado owner, piss them off. Tell Land Cruiser owners that Prado's Land Cruisers to piss them off. Spread the hate.
Harry, I'm clean. I'm on my way.
About time, Alex. I've got you a race-ready ride stashed in a barn nearby.
Where?
Where? You haven't updated your 510 net in a while, have you? See the radar on your mini-map? It should be showing the direction of the nearest data station. The closer you are, the greener it gets. Follow.
So is this the true American way to drive? Say to hell with roads.
We found backdoors into these data stations all across the country, so we load our own info onto their servers. You can find everything on here, man. Race events, places of interest, you name it. And it's all encrypted and secure. I marked the barn on there, you see it?
Yeah.
Set a waypoint and get over there. We need you back in Detroit ASAP.
Yes, because I need a waypoint to tell me to go down the road. Alright, just trying to figure out buttons. There we go.
Hey, Harry, I'm here.
We happy?
Oh, we happy.
Damn right.
Man,
Put a lot of money under the hood.
can't wait to be spiteful and get something other than an American car.
You need to get here soon, Alex. Your brother's spooked about something.
It's not like Dayton. I'm on my way.
You need it in Detroit, Alex. Set a waypoint and get over here. And put your game face on. This race is gonna be intense, man. You should see this crowd.
I can handle it.
No doubt. Just don't forget your brother needs to see
on, man. I'm not gonna forget.
Hmm. Physics feel a little weird. But it is an older arcade game, so, you know, what do you expect? They didn't know the AI could wipe out like that. That's nice. I don't know why it so desperately wants me to do a waypoint. Can't I just find my own way by driving? Waypoints are like asking for directions. Also, that was a great example as to why you don't drink and drive, right? The racing game make lanes 2 times. Yeah, honestly, the most uncanny thing about racing games is just how wide they make these roads. And look at how easy of a gap it is to go between traffic. You wouldn't get that in real life.
Alex, where are you, man? These hopefuls think the local boy ain't gonna show.
Relax, I'll be there.
I do feel like there'd be complaints if, like, you didn't do that in a racing game. I feel like there'd be just a lot of people complaining, like, oh, what do you mean I can't weave through traffic like it's bloody wide, instead of having to actually deal with the ramifications of the actions. So I think the only time I've really, like, even in games like GTA, they make the roads a bit wider. They don't be, because, like, yeah, if you ever play GTA, even GTA 5, and you're driving along and you just think about it, they're just, the roads are wide enough that you can duck through traffic, but in real life you're not really going to be able to do that. Yeah, Ubisoft killed the game, but the Crew Unlimited is a fan project to do server emulation, It's currently only a playable single player, but they're hoping to at least at some point do multiplayer in the future. Yeah, I really do need to play some No Hesse on a set of cores, but Simrig's currently out of commission. Never mind the fact I want to upgrade it because Logitech wheels are kind of shit. No hate or anything, they just doesn't feel anything like real life. The level of disconnect.
Hey, bro. I need a ride.
I got you. Everything all right?
Fine. Let's go. Ambassador Bridge, bro.
And that's one thing about this game.
Yeah, I did.
Everything's a race.
It was fun.
Why have you always got to be on the wrong side of the law? I mean, you don't mess with cops on race night, because the more heat that's around, the less business we can do. See, shit like this is why you haven't got your 510 ink.
Dane, I'm the best driver in the whole damn state.
This isn't about that, Alex. I founded the 510s. I'm the B8. And my own brother is breaking the rules. How do you think that looks? No wonder I've got guys breaking right left and right.
So, what are we doing?
Some guy named Shiv. Before I ain't met yet. Gotta ask him a few questions about money going missing. You're an asshole. You can drive. If I've got to put Shiv back in line, I want the best driver I've got to burn him on the road. And I was giving you a chance to take...
Got to make driving to a location a race, and yet we've also got to make it so the dialogue doesn't even finish in time if you drive at a half-assed pace. And those definitely look like track tires on that bin there. Barely roadworthy when freshly put on. Maybe roadworthy for a week of driving, if that.
That's the guy. Stay low.
The old style serious street racing games. And then Forza Horizon came along, and now it's all happy-go-lucky festival games.
FBI! Hands where I can see them!
My brother needs help. He's... What the hell are you doing, man? Help him! He's bleeding out!
Got a gun!
Well, that ain't mine.
This one's dead.
No!
Honestly, not hip the story. No, no, not just a speeding ticket. You also got to canary the car.
We have a budget for this operation.
Fine him.
but
It's got to be a speeding ticket. It's got to be using his phone whilst driving.
After that,
Look
you
over the
can find
car
out.
with a
They're all
fine-tooth
multi-task
comb
tasks.
to
Give it a spin if you're unsure.
point out where he went wrong. And out of spite, we purposely didn't go for an American car, but a Japanese car, whilst driving around America.
Alex, there are car dealers like this all across the country. Each dealer has a different stock of cars. So you might want to swing by each and take a look. There are 510 tuners all over the country who specialize in different car modifications. As this operation progresses, you'll need to access these tuners. But for now, let's get you a street ride. Street spec cars are lightly modified rides, built for street racing.
I'm sorry, I think I'd rather
Most common 510
a
ride
Nissan
vehicles.
over a
Street spec should
Dodge
be the first
or
choice for
Ford.
cross-country road trips.
But personally, I'm just waiting for the day that they add a mod for a Ford Falcon.
There's a tuner across town. I'll send the location to your phone. Call me when you're done.
Gotta act like every VQ driver, right? Look, it's not that they suck per chance, but like in these games they always understeer like hell. And even then they're still the quote unquote modern for the time that the game came out. Besides, it's just a temporary car till the game lets me get something better. Like an older fair lady.
Okay, Alex. Let's get your ride fitted for street spec.
It's not the solid rear axle, it's the solid front axle. Even Hiluxes have a solid rear axle.
It's a full stock ride, ready to improve at a tuner. There is... Looking good. Let's hit the streets. Alex, come over to the location I'm sending you now. I want to see how you handle yourself.
I mean, just have independent suspension on a solid axle. Ah, the old Nissan Navara. I feel like I should finish the tutorial, and then I can start racing off to places like New York and Miami to get other cars.
You trying to give me the slip? It won't work.
Back off! I'm coming.
You've been inside for a long time. Let's see if you remember how to do this. You know the deal. Here's the fine print. We're
I
going
still
to
find it funny the amount of cars in this game where
arrest on the way is a bonus.
when doing the whole upgrade tune video, it always, like nearly always shows a V8.
You kill him,
'Cause it doesn't matter if the car had an inline six. No, 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 bro. It's getting a fucking V8 because this is America.
for Coburn, I get that. But why do you need me to get it?
Coburn's weakness is the 510s. He's got half the FBI in his pocket. If I came at him with a regular investigation, he'd see it with his eyes closed. But if I get an inside eye on Shiv's operation, you've got the skills and motivation to see this through.
You're right. I need a Pulsar to be driving like this. Or Ultimas, I think they're called over in America. The old Nissan Altima.
So where are we going now?
I've set up an HQ. We need somewhere safe, somewhere your crew can work to support you.
My crew?
Your crew. A point man's only as good as the team that stands behind him.
I mean, it was a completely dead and unplayable game until recently. Nope, didn't get gold, not good enough. I mean, as Ricky Bobby would say, if you ain't first, you're last.
Do this. You know the deal. Here's the fine print. We're going after Coburn first, Shiv second. Anyone else I arrest on the way is a bonus.
I'm not helping you take down the whole 510s.
I'm interested in dirty cops and murderers, and that's it. Speaking of murderers, we're putting Shiv away for life. You kill him, you're back in that cell.
I imagine if you sorted that frame rate drop for a sec there.
That, but why do you need me to get it?
Coburn's weakness is the 510s. He's got half the FBI in his pocket. If I came at him with a regular investigation, he'd see it with his eyes closed. But if I get an inside eye on Shiv's operation, we get them both. You've got the skills and motivation to see this through.
Definitely need that April Fool's trumpet exhaust for this VQ.
So where are we going now?
I've set up an HQ. We need somewhere safe, somewhere your crew can work to support you.
My crew?
Your crew. A
Also, it's a 370Z. That'd be a 5-star, not a 4-star. The wheels. Definitely a 4 out of 10. Not enough realism in my car models.
Okay, you pass. In here. I think you're gonna like this place.
I mean, once again, to go with Ricky Bobby from Talladega Nights, you either win or crash the car trying to win.
I'm set up in here. In your HQ workshop, you can install parts you've bought at a tuner as well.
Let's see. Camaro, Challenger, 2011 Mustang, a Golf if you want to go that German route, M4 if you want to go full German.
You'll need a pledge from a local capo if you're gonna... Good news. We've got another tuner on board. Las Vegas. Raid spec. Raid spec rides are built to ignore the road.
Ignore the fact that I accidentally modified the settings, so
You don't need a road to get from
I've already hit like almost max level, I think. Yep, 34 out of 50. It's nothing to worry about. Just ignore that.
South is calling.
It just
Down in
means
Miami has just put you in its
got
preferred
to send her for a
customer
bunch of these.
list. Good news. They're perf specialists. Perf spec rides are barely road legal. Built for very high speeds.
Just makes it easier to want to go for a drive instead of playing the story.
You'll find perf spec rides.
So we're still going to be hit by the dirt spec,
Looks like you're gaining a reputation.
but we don't have
A dirt
circuit spec.
dealer in New York has reached out
Big
over the
circuit
last few
specs
months.
higher level. I think that's 40 from memory.
But you might want to finish up around here before you get a new spec. Dirt spec cars are modified for strength and versatility and are perfect for racing on mixed terrain. Ideal for when you don't know what's coming. Dirt spec excels everywhere you can't trust the road surface.
Alex, I have a favor to ask. I think I found the best police driver, but I need to know if she's as good as she looks. Can you visit the location marked on the map and pick up the illegal goods? If my protege, Clara, can bust you, then she can bust anyone.
Should I take that as a compliment?
Take it as you want.
So we're off to New York to see what cars are
Say no
available.
to getting stoked up on adrenaline?
Road trip from Detroit to New York.
There's word going around of some new events being held across the U.S. using some extreme equipment. If you want in, I suggest you head over to the location on your map and enter the trials. Get over there ASAP.
So close to gold. I mean, I feel like if roads were this wide in real life, you would have people driving like this on the regular. They're perfectly legal driving. Don't know what to talk about. You don't have to stick to the road for it to be legal, right? Oh, I forgot about the car collectible fins. Where each area has like, I think it's 10 you have to find to be able to build a hot rod. That's spec'd for whatever the local fin is. And anything negative I say about this game is pretty much more along the lines of how dated it is, and also like you gotta remember it's not like it's the studios that have been making Need for Speed for a while, or the team that's been making Forza for a while, or anything like that. They were new to the game when they did it. And that sort of there's a bit hard. And I hate most about when it tries to force these DLCs on you to play them is it changes your fucking waypoints that you have set. I've seen cars more banged up than this going to a dealership for servicing. Yeah, maybe not Windows looking that bad, but still. I mean, the other day I saw a car getting around with no rear bumper, the front bumper was fucking munted. I've seen drift cars more fucked up than that fan, like less fucked up than that fan was. Now for science, can I hit the cows? No. Although if I remember correctly, Bigfoot's in this game. Also, could you imagine if random remote country roads were this wide? Then you'd have people actually driving on the road instead of off the road just to be able to deal with an oncoming car. We can't have that. I didn't notice any roadside giants. I forgot you can actually destroy cars in this game. I figure this would also just be a good way to unwind on a Friday. Since I figured it'd also be a good change of place from playing things like Forza Horizon in terms of racing / driving games. Well, that damaged that pretty quick. And there's another unrealistic thing about this. The highway patrol's not trying to tear me a new arsehole because I've gone speeding past. Although I did just commit a federal crime breaking that mailbox just then. The car's repaired itself again. I wonder if that's a game limitation. Probably is. Oh no, I missed the shortcut. Not the shortcut, guys. And that would have been just probably dead in real life. No roundabout. Every VQ driver in the wet, right? Yep, definitely every VQ driver in the wet. I just realized where we are. It's Punxsutawney. So I think this is supposed to be the park that's used a lot in Groundhog Day. I think this must be Punxsutawney. Yep, Punxsutawney. Hey. Hey, Skaty. But it's Groundhog Day. Do you reckon anytime someone's able to play this game after Ubisoft discontinued servers for it, it pisses off Pirate Software? Or would things like the fan-run servers of WoW Classic piss off him more, being a former Blizzard employee? And that was kind of embarrassing. Like I was headed straight forward and I couldn't even fix it. Is it really drama if it's just a lolcow? And look at all that understeer. So, Skater, you gonna stream later tonight? Like, say, 10:30? I don't think that emote answers my question. Not that I can really see what it is. Oh. I'm gonna take that as a yes. Are we gonna break your chat again so you can't see it properly again? This is how I should be driving to work on a Monday morning. Especially that part there of going off the road. Oh. So, controller disconnected for a sec there. And I don't know why I got rid of the waypoint I had. It is really not like waypoints all of a sudden. Oh. Oh, it's Dodge Challenger. Also, it's kind of funny how that's a 4-speed transmission. Okay, car dealer's down on the end of this road. I mean, in all fairness, I'm better driving in real life than I am in this game. There you go, the old fair lady, Raptor, Charger, Cherokee. Yeah, there's the weeb option for your lane cruiser. The Miata. And it's not a Porsche for legal reasons. Kind of crazy the idea you can go dirt spec for this, but not street. Still feels a bit off and floaty, but oh well. There's the tuner. Just over here. And waypoints are working again. So that I don't have to be as directionally challenged as scared he is. Although now I've got to remember the engine's not in the front, so the front lifts up more. Hey, I didn't say lost, I said directionally challenged. Geographically misplaced. That's some serious sense too. Well, that means at least one of us isn't stupid. Really? 600 seconds for a timeout on Tommy. Oh, you do you. Wait, you weren't going to commit to the full 600 seconds? See you, man. You have fun as well.
For now, you can choose from two 5-10 factions. The Wolves based in the Midwest, or the Eagles out of the East Coast. You'll be able to choose a different
Little
faction
tutorial
as
stuff.
available, or stick with your initial choice. To cement your rep on the global scene, you need to join one of the Your new faction's giving you some crew credits to get you started. You could blow it all now, or save up for a kick-ass new ride. Your choice.
Yeah. Now... Real question. Do we go Miami or Vegas? Really, Vegas? You don't want to go meet the locals in Florida? Or we could detour via Chicago. Although, sadly, I don't think I can get the Bluesmobile in this game. Oh, now that they talk about supremacy, maybe we need to go somewhere a bit more southern. Like Dallas. Hmm. That's a lot of backtracking going to Chicago. It's at least a different road to Vegas. Oh, there is fast travel. You can only fast travel to where you've been. Like this. Now, if I remember correctly, just over this way is Chicago. Yep. We can drive right past Chicago and not actually go through it. Are you just trying to bait Skady into giving you another timeout at this point? Likely story. Shortcut. Don't know what you're talking about, Skady. I can't read.
Reckless driver spotted. Pursue and apprehend.
Understood.
And there we go with the innuendos. Oh, look at that. We barely touched on Chicago on our way out of here. Really? The game's not gonna let me take that shortcut? That's rude. And that's even more rude. You're not scared, you're allowed to time him out again if you want. I think you're even capable of timing him out in your own Discord server as well. Or should I not be informing you that you have such power? Daddy abusing mod powers. Like some kind of ruthless dictator. That's supposed to be Pike's Peak in the distance. It is Pike's Peak. Okay, I think I need to do a detour. It has to be done. Maybe I just like to spread chaos. Hey, you respect your elders. You need to respect me based on my age, not what I've done in my past. Also, if you're saying, okay, Boomer, you're going to go for Millennial or Gen Alpha brain rot? You're going to start with some 6-7? Man, I don't know how to roleplay. I just know how to mask. As anyone in customer service would. "31 messages were deleted by a moderator." That's a lot of messages deleted there. "32 messages now." Although one of my screens still shows what was said. One of. What, the cogs in my brain or the cogs in Termies? I mean, you're the one that was calling yourself an adult earlier. Wouldn't that mean that if anything, you'd be old enough to go for it just 2 more higher than 6, 7? I'm just remembering the fact I've actually seen that someone made a 6, 7 hand gesture fin for VTuber models. Also, do you know how many times I've heard it be said today at work? Whether it be someone reading out the cost of something, a registration number on a vehicle, a phone number. I've heard it so many times today. And I'm surrounded by people who are older than me to the extent where they don't even understand. And yes, Skitty, I was referring to 9. Although my favorite brain world I used to annoy people with was crazy. I was crazy once. In my old job I used to use that. Good times. Once is all it takes. It's all that it takes. Plus they've got to have a hill climbs fit stunt fin, and they have to have it on Pikes Peak. Otherwise, what are they doing? It's Pikes Peak. It's known for hill climbs. You really expect me to drive something like a RUF off a cliff? They're like Porsche, but better. Although I wouldn't be surprised if there's a jump skill up here. There's apparently a cop up here. And this road is so much wider than the real life Pikes Peak road would be. And a lot more paved. Hmm. Pikes Peak would be fun in real life, I reckon. Definitely a bucket list worthy fin. Even if it's probably the fin you put at the end because it might be the fin to kill you. I do remember playing this game like the week the servers were being shut down. It was actually quite an active player base on those last few days. And now the game really needs like a high beams because it's dark enough, you can't really see the road. They weren't making money off the game. That's the real reason they shut it down. Yeah. Although with all the lawsuits and everything that's currently happening with the Stop Killing Games movement, they've released updates for the Crew 2 and the Crew Motorfest so that there is an offline mode available. But there are some fins that aren't available in the offline mode, like how the games do what's called the summit events, where there's sometimes unique and special cars that are only available through that, and they just aren't a fin that happens in the single player version because it's something where you have to basically rank against everyone else participating. So you can't get those fins in offline mode even if you can't transfer your offline save to online. So hopefully on the day that they shut down the servers permanently for those games, they go, okay, here's these cars that aren't obtainable anymore, and we're just going to make them available to buy. Just because it would be nice. But, you know, can't expect game publishers to do and developers to do the nice fin. Oh, that's how they're going to make money. I don't know. Just felt kind of natural. Even if I'm on the wrong side of the car. Alright, he's doing the animation for paddle shifting, but barely even doing that. Because it probably would be a pedal shift in this car. I don't know if it's full manual or if it'd be semi-automatic. But it'd be a sequential shift, I reckon. Well, I think the Nissan was going faster than this on the roads.
All units in the area be advised. Reckless driver spotted. Pursue and apprehend.
That's what this game needs. Needs a horn. Ooh, a tunnel. There you go. That feels more natural being on the correct side of the road. Even if I'm still on the incorrect side of the car. Well, Scaredy, I have an idea of a game you could definitely stream. It's a shooter, so you'll be fine at it. It's actually a game I plan on streaming at some point. I don't know when I'll stream it, but definitely want to stream it at some point. It's called Don't Stop Girly Pop. It's like a bit of a boomer movement shooter. Oh, that's a Lamborghini. It's a fun game. Weird how it doesn't want to go over 6,000 RPM though. I mean, the taco goes up to, what, 9,000? Oh, yeah, Don't Stop Girly Pop very much feels like an acid trip. Fun game though. Don't know why the game's trying to tell me I should use the handbrake when driving in a straight line at 140 miles an hour. What, into the wall? I don't think it'll flip over that easily. I mean, this is running the updated physics, not the launch physics. The launch physics were quite different compared to when they updated it for the wild run. Because that's when they added the monster trucks and needed to adjust how cars act in air. This is the whole way that they made monster trucks work in this game. You know what? I'll handbrake on this corner. Oh, balloons. Now, I don't remember if this has that big ski jump that the Crew 2 has. So the Crew 2 has a big, like, ski jump you can use. If I remember correctly, Area 51's in this game. I don't remember where, like specifically, but it's near Vegas and we're headed that way anyway. So, who's ready to storm Area 51? Oh, can't miss the turn off. One of the things I really liked about this game that's not in the Crew 2 is the points of interest. Because, like, case in point, it's like the affordable way to do a road trip around all of America, especially with current fuel prices. I mean, yes, it may not have, or like, even half of America's real-life cities, but hey, it's at least cool, the idea where you can road trip across America. Although I still thought about getting the Crew Motorfest just because, well, apparently the Hawaii map is not bad. I mean, it's smaller, but there's also just a lot more going on with it because it's small and because physical scale doesn't always mean good in terms of map. Alicia! This guy's definitely going to struggle to perform well for this and not going to get a gold medal, but hey. And I reckon with the Crew 2, they didn't lean as much on the whole MMO aspect of, yes, you got to level up and then you got to absolutely grind out stats for Right, I forgot with the COP DLC, they increased the level cap to 60 from 50.
Okay, you're royalty now.
Woo! Just unlocked the circuit spec.
Has opened its doors to you. Circuit spec cars are the ultimate in speed and precision. Built for the track and requiring incredible skill and nerve to drive, Circuit Upgraded cars are fragile, but insanely powerful and fast.
Yeah, so see how in the top right it's D600? If I remember correctly, the max vehicle level is like 1500 or something, because that's your performance level in the vehicle. And it has to be like all platinum level, I think it is, gear or something like that to get to that, and it has to be max level as well. And yeah. The game did have some grinding to it. And then when they added the wild run, they changed the way loot worked, so it was no longer a fixed loot, it's the smart loot system. It's just the better the car performs, so speed, responsiveness, all that stuff. And that's on top of just like the base physics for the car itself, which each car is different. Like, if I remember correctly, the tested and best car for the circuit spec is the Ford GT. Those look like European-styled windshield wipers as well. I'm honestly surprised they went to the effort of getting the correct wipers. From if I remember correctly, there is like no actual requirements to be able to get a certain car. It's more just the in-game money for it. But some parts are leveled. Like, the parts themselves are leveled. Nah. It's a very arcadey game. And we did it, we're in Vegas. If you're still here, Skady. Mini Ram Silverado. Bro, is that Supra? Oh, that's a classic. I'm not even really a big Italian fan, but like, their Ford is a classic. I reckon I want to buy the F40. Back to the showroom. Now, for a rate vehicle, do I go the Ram, the Silverado, or do I go the Hummer H1 Alpha? The vehicle that was only made straight legal because Arnie wanted one. He saw the military driving around one and went, I want to be able to drive one of those on the road. Hmm. The car I'm currently driving can raid spec. Hell yeah. And I pressed the wrong button. Well, got ourselves a new car, and we're off to go tune it. Don't know why that's doing a wheelie though. Man, the strip looks different this time of year. I don't remember what it looks like in New Vegas. Crazy difference. There's other robots threatening to kill people. Let's go for the raid spec. Once again, a V8 by the looks, even though there are boxer motor in these. Actually, yep, that's the paint we need to storm Area 51. Yep. They'll never see it coming. Vintage. What do you mean I can't put off-road rims on this car? That's rude. There you go, now we're ready to drive around Vegas and then go to Area 51, right?
Mountain State's 510 faction, the Snakes, are accepting new members. Stay with your existing faction or choose to roll with a different one.
It's the Mojave Desert. We got Salt Flats, Death Valley. We can visit the dam. We can fight over Hoover Dam. I don't know how this just turned into a New Vegas game. New Vegas stream, even though it's not New Vegas, but hey, I'm not complaining. Instead, I'm just gonna blame Skady. Oh, look, UFO. remember correctly, another thing you can do for fast travel in this game is actually using the airport, funnily enough. But they don't have that. I don't know why this is telling me to drive through someone's house, but whatever you say, Mr. GPS man. These people don't want to be able to have peaceful time without cars driving through their houses, right? Look, they can't arrest what they can't catch. Alive. And I don't know how long I would stay alive with the fact that it's trying to get me to go through rocks. Ooh. I remember fighting for Hoover Dam. Ah, Vegas. That was a good game. That one I did a bit quicker than expected. And there's a blimp. But we're not in LA to do the infamous blimp strat. Yeah. Got Red Rock. Do feel like it's somewhere. Probably need to head south towards the Mojave. Although, you know what they say about patrolling the Mojave? But it's not telling me to take a shortcut. Did it change its mind? There we go. Shortcut through Quarry Junction. And I might actually be stuck here. But you never know. Hey, I killed the car. The look for the crew app isn't gonna do anything in game because there's no online service. They wanted so desperately for this to be like a proper MMO. They were trying so hard for it, but it just didn't work. And it wasn't the first attempt at a MMO like straight racing game. Look at, I think it was Need for Speed Worlds, or Need for Speed World, which that was an online Need for Speed game that was trying to be an MMO. But I don't know if it really had that much success. But hey, we're almost at the Mojave. Good old Mojave Desert. Yeah, I can't remember if it's the Crew or the Crew 2 that has Area 51 in it. But there is supposed to be Bigfoot in this game. Mm-hmm. Good old Black Mountain. Meteor Crater. Drive through the Grand Canyon. I reckon I'd want a different car for that. Or at least not a raid spec vehicle. There's the good old Laguna Seca, which, you know, now there's stupid limitations on that. Honestly, most, I mean, if you think about it, though, also a lot of MMOs typically require the sort of funding and such that you're looking at AAA studios for to be able to do them, and then at that rate, it's pretty much guaranteed to be stale because they want to go for what's going to be the safe investment instead of experimentation like they used to do back in the older days. Yeah, I want to switch car. And we did it. Now we're just playing Outrun, right? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, as you've probably noticed, I quite enjoy Guild Wars 2, but that's also... I play that as more of a chill fin than like a serious, sweaty MMO like some people play their MMOs for. I tried out Elder Scrolls Online and then got distracted by doing stupid stuff. Destiny 2 I've been playing since launch, but I've had times where I've dropped it temporarily and then I've missed like an excess of seasonal content. It's like, okay, so why did I bother? Yeah, that's very fair. I mean, as much as, even if I like a game, I can understand that it's not everyone's style. That's just how it is, you know? I kinda hate how easy to drive this F40 seems to be. Enzo Ferrari is a fucking asshole. Yeah, so I was playing Destiny 2 when it came out. I even played the beta for it back in when I was in university, and I played a lot of that game. I think it was first or second week after it came out, I'd got into what was max power level at the time, which involved me deleting and remaking my hunter to be able to utilize getting powerful gear again, because I'd already claimed the powerful gear. And back then it was character, but there was character based instead of account based for it all. Of course, they would have had to. I feel like they would have been like contractually obligated to make the F40 perform well in this game and sound different, and because honestly, Ferrari are just, they're assholes. And Enzo Ferrari's ego created so many fins out of spite. Lamborghini as a car manufacturer exists out of spite against Enzo Ferrari being an egotistical cunt. The Ford GT40 exists out of Enzo Ferrari being egotistical and thinking Ford could not be trusted to handle a racing team. So they partnered with Carroll Shelby, made the Ford GT40. Yeah. Can you tell I'm a bit of a car nerd? But it is kind of funny the amount of innovations and such that happen with cars out of spite because someone was being egotistical. Although a lot of my favorite cars and innovations for manufacturing and such and car designs and engineering came from rally and rally racing, especially Group B. There was a lot of insanity for some of the Group B engineering. Because that's the thing. They just kept designing ways to try and either cheat or just one-up each other. Toyota who were quite infamous for how they cheated with the Toyota Celica rally cars by being able to bypass the restrictor plates that were still passing the visual inspection whilst not actually, when they're not actually running in fins. Ford tried out a technology of storing boost, so basically pressurized air, inside a tank that was created by the turbo whilst it was shifting gears. Lancia made a twin-charged 4-cylinder so that the supercharger could make up for the turbo whilst it was trying to spool in lower RPMs. And then we got the monstrosity that is anti-lag. And then there's that magnificent creation from Koenigsegg, the tiny friendly giant 3-cylinder engine with 3-valve technology that ended up not making it into a production car just because the people that can afford a Koenigsegg would rather have a V8 no matter what the power is. So if I remember correctly, the little 3-cylinder was making over 600 horsepower. Yeah, that's fair enough. Good luck at the gym. And I hope it goes well for you, man. Honestly, now that I've made it to LA, I might actually just, end it there for now. Go get some food instead of just snacking all the time. So, thanks everyone for watching. Don't know if there is anyone else still watching, but thank you.